In the previous lecture, we had talked about the linear arrays, the basic concepts of the linear arrays, and their operations that can be performed on the next part of operations of linear array. Linear search. Firstly, what is linear search? It is a linear way of searching the first occurrence of any particular data item which needs to be searched in the list of data items and returning the position as the result is found. Let's understand or try to understand this through a very simple example. Let's consider the list of elements through which we need to search to be this. This includes 21, 12, 23, 45, 66, 78, 19, 87, 54, 10 and 66. Now let us assume if we want to search for the element 66 in the above list. So what we can do is, so to begin with, we have stored the elements in the linear array. Now we start searching the value from the beginning by comparing the first element with 66 where we do not get the desired element, and then we move ahead. Second element is compared with 66 and the 66 number is not found there also, and we move again and so on and so forth till we get the element at the fifth position. Now the very most important thing which needs to be considered and kept in mind is that we are reporting only the first occurrence of the element which is found. As you can see, number 66 is found at the fifth position also and at the last position also, but we will report the result as positive only for the fifth position. So we will return the position 5 as the place of finding the element and the result as element found. Now note, only the position of the first occurrence of the element is considered and its position is. Let's write a simple algorithm for this linear search. So firstly we'll initialize the counter as j equals to 1, and then we'll repeat for linear array j not equal to the item or j less than equal to n. Till then we will have to repeat these steps. What are the steps which needs to be repeated? That we will compare the linear array item at the jth position to the item to be searched. If it is equal, then we'll return the location as j, else we will increment the value of j by 1. This will end the loop of structure, if else structure, and then we'll end the loop of step 2, and then we'll exit. If the element is not found, then we'll simply write the location is null and we'll write that the element is not found in the element. Then we'll exit out of the element. Algorithm for linear search, in which what we do, we deliberately insert the value item at the n plus 1 position to check if the match is found at the end of the list. So what we do, we set the location as 1 and we repeat this till the location of the data at the location is not equal to item. So what we do, we set the location equals to location plus 1. So if the location is equal to n plus 1, then we set the location is equals to 0, which means that the search is not successful and we exit, because at n plus 1 we had deliberately inserted the item, so that returned location will not be considered as a successful. Application for linear array is binary search, in which what we do, if the number of the elements in the list is to be searched is low, then the linear search is a very economical method in terms of its complexity. However, if the list is quite long, what we do, binary search is a better searching option. Prerequisites for binary search algorithm to be executed. The prerequisites include that the list must be sorted in the ascending order, which can be done using any of the search we set the beginning equals to lower bound, end equals to upper bound, and we calculate the mid value as beginning plus end divided by 2. Now we have to repeat the steps 3 and 4 until and unless beginning exceeds the end or we get the data item at the mid value. So what we do, if the item is less than the data at the mid value, then we shift the end equal to mid minus 1, else what we do, we shift the beginning as mid plus 1. This will conclude the if structure. Now once we have calculated the new values for mid, beginning and end, we'll have to recalculate the value of mid value as integer part of beginning plus n by 2. Now this will end the loop of step 2. Once if the data of the mid is equal to item, then we'll set the location as mid, and we'll set the location as null, and then we will simply exit out. Perform a simple example. Let's take this list which has certain elements 21, 12, 3, 45, 66, 121, 35, 98 and 68. In this given list, we need to search for 35, 45 and 100. So the prerequisite of the binary search is that we need a sorted list. So we have sorted it in the ascending order. Until and unless it is predefined, we have to always consider the sorted list to be in the ascending order. So the very first step is assigning the values or initializing the values of beginning, end and mid. So we have calculated the values of beginning, end and mid, and at position 5 the data element is 45, which is not equal to 35. Now since 35 is less than 45, so what happens? Beginning stays at 3, but the end moves by reduces by 1. Now we again calculate the mid value, which comes out to be 2. Now at second position we have 12, which is not equal to 35, and 12 is less than 35. So what we'll do, we'll shift the beginning. So now the beginning becomes mid plus 1. This means mid is now new mid. So again, according to the new mid will become third. Now in third position we have 21. Again the mid is calculated, according to which now the mid becomes 4. At data position, at fourth position we have 35, which is equal to the element to be found. So the data is found at the location 4. Similarly, the algorithm is being executed for number 45, which will give you a positive result for 45 at the position 5, and for data element 100 it will give a negative result that the element is not, which can be 2-dimensional, 3-dimensional and so on. So in multidimensional arrays we have sparse matrices. The sparse matrices are those multidimensional arrays which has the maximum number of zeros as the data. So there are different types of sparse matrices. There are upper triangular matrix, lower triangular matrix and diagonal sparse matrix. In the upper triangular matrix, the maximum number of zeros, non-zero elements lies in the upper triangle part of the matrix. In the lower triangular matrix, the maximum number of non-zero elements lies in the lower part of the matrix, whereas all the non-zero elements lies alongside the diagonal or in the diagonal position. Then it is known as the diagonal sparse matrix. So this is a very important point, that what is the application of sparse matrix. So sparse matrices are generally used to evaluate the differential arrays, column major form or the row major form. You all know that there is a multi-dimensional array, it has rows and has the columns. So if I want to store the elements in the column major forms, so first I'll have a linear array, and I'll keep storing the elements column wise. That means first row first column, second row first column, third row first column, and then first row second column, second row second column, third row second column. This is the column major form where we start storing the elements column wise. In the row major form, we keep storing the elements in row wise. That means first row first column, first row second column, first row third column. All the columns of the first row are done. Then we move on to the second row. That is second row first column, second row second column, second row third column. So this is the row major form. That in the multidimensional array, if they are represented in the memory, you need to find the location of any element using the column major form or the row major form. So there are certain formulas given to you. Using this formulas, you can calculate the position of the any element in the memory. So let's consider an example. Consider a m cross n matrix 25 cross 4, where base of the matrix is 200, words are 4 words per minute cell. Using the row major order, find the address of the element A12 by 3. So it is a row major form, so we will use the second formula. So the base address is 200 plus W is 4. Then we have N J minus 1, J is 12, minus 1 plus 3 minus 1. So this will give us 334. This means that the element with the index position 12 by 3, 3 is stored at the position 3.